So what got you motivated to unlearn and relearn?
Well, one when I was dispatching, so I began to see that like a lot of the game is really played by who you know,
Right.
and based upon your connections or who you have ties to, you're gonna be able to navigate this jungle at a much smoother route. And even when you run into a bump in the road, you're gonna be able to get them bump in the roads removed at much easier than the common man can.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm also stopped like focusing on who had factions and who had groups of people who can make things move, but trying to figure out how I could do it with my own people, or emulate their systems, but make sure my people was the beneficiaries. Right. So really, like the biggest thing that did it, I had a shooting in 2015.
A shooting?
Yeah. I shot 2 people in 2015.
You say that so casually.
I mean, not casual. We from Florida. It's like the wild west out there. Everybody got guns out there.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, just
so
Atlanta. People don't understand how Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Carolina, Tennessee,
Texas too. They got
and
open
Texas.
They run around.
They don't understand how these places, like, man, you're more you if you want to stand out, then don't carry one.
Right.
No,
you ain't lying. Anybody
I'm probably the only person who ain't carrying a gun around here.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so you shot 2 people in 2015. Is the fact that you're speaking on it, and you speak as an intelligent person, so I'm assuming that there's no open investigation.
Oh yeah, no. It was close. It was done over with.
So what happened? Can you speak on it?
Yeah, for sure. It was my 25th birthday. And I was going to get the young lady who was my lady at the time. And I hate driving, so when I pulled up to where I was getting her from, I automatically jumped in the passenger seat because I hate driving.
Right.
So I'm talking on one phone and I'm texting on another. I ain't even get a chance to tell her I was outside.
Right.
But some relatives of hers were having an argument that spilled. I mean, you ever had that moment where you and your mama might be arguing? Well, bro. Yeah, you got siblings. You ever had that moment where you and mama may be arguing, one of your siblings come in the room and they just get a whooping just because they showed up? Or
I ain't never grew. I grew up as I was the only child. I got a little brother. You know what I'm saying? I got some older sisters, but nah, man, I ain't never.
Well, just bro,
I got all my ass whoopings by myself.
well, I say this, even in the streets, you may have had time where you had an issue with one individual, he had somebody with him, so he ended up having to take the brunt of the punishment too, just because he was with him.
Like if me and my homeboy arguing and somebody who with him trying to jump in
to your
on his
homeboy, y'all both gonna turn around and be like, hold on,
absolutely.
I'm able to call my homeboy that, not you.
Yeah.
So it's one of them situations where they was already
when they realize you are the outsider.
Absolutely.
You are the weakest link.
That's what I realized that day. So they having an argument. I end up pulling up at a bad time. It's my birthday. I got my daughter with me too. So the last thing I'm thinking about is some static.
Right.
Things unfold. They end up opening my car doors. And
what?
Yeah, dude.
That's a violation.
Absolutely, especially with your children.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's it. So, briefly after that, I end up shooting both of them. And
so they had firearms on them when they opened up the code.
No, they had firearms. But just by my rules, if I got my baby with me,
man, I don't. You ain't did nothing wrong. I see no foul.
You could be 30. You could be 35 and 3 feet tall. But if I got my baby and try to violate me, I'm gonna handle you however I handle you that day.
Man, I see no foul here.
But the only bad part about it, right, was one of them happened to be her mother, and she jumped in the way. I was aiming to shoot the son. I ended up shooting mom too. So that's where it got a little weird because And nowhere
there's no women and children.
Yeah, absolutely. And nowhere
G-code.
Right. And nowhere do you get kudos for shooting a woman at all.
Not at all.
So that happened, but what really helped me to understand more so like knowing certain people and knowing certain things was the way that they handled my case. And basically
it was basically stand your ground.
Absolutely. It was stand your ground for sure, but just the way in that they took me in to the interrogation, to all that, I understood I have certain family ties within law enforcement that allowed me, in my personal opinion, it allowed me to be handled differently than most people would have been handled.
Okay. And
realizing that, it just more so fueled me to educate my people on, a lot of people don't know, bro, so a whole war going on outside.
Oh, absolutely.
They just be out here lollygagging, not knowing, it's a whole faction of people that want to see y'all demise.
Anyone who's read Behold the Pale Horse knows.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, bro, that's one of the biggest things that pushed me to another level to be like, I got to go harder with educating my people because they really don't know, it's just
So they dropped the charges.
absolutely.
And
No,
nobody
no,
died.
there was no charge whatsoever.
And no death.
No deaths.
Okay, that's positive.
Like it was
That's positive.
it was that real that they came back to me and asked me did I want to press charges for vehicular burglary.
Nah.
And I'm like, bro, their mama got shot. Like
Yeah,
that's
we don't
enough
do
damage
that.
been done. Just let it go.
Yeah.
But no, that was really one of the biggest things that let me know I had to go even harder with my teachings and educating people.